So I'm back at it again, reading Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to wrap up chapter 1 today. Why you are the master of your fate. When Henley wrote the prophetic lines, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul, he should have informed us that we are the master of our fate, captains of our souls, because we have the power to control our thoughts. He should have told us that our brains become magnetized with the dominating thoughts which we hold in our minds, and by means with which no man is familiar, these magnets attract to us the forces, the people, the circumstances of life which harmonize with the nature of our dominating thoughts. He should have told us that before we can accumulate riches in great abundance, we must magnetize our minds with intense desire for riches, that we must become money conscious until the desire for money drives us to create definite plans for acquiring it. But being a poet and not a philosopher, Henley content himself by stating a great truth in poetic form, leaving those who followed him to interpret the philosophical meaning of his lines. Little by little, the truth has unfolded itself until it now appears certain that the principles described in this book hold the secret of mastery over our economic fate. So, where our minds are like magnets, attracting things to them that are like one another, we have to be careful about what we think about. And, it might not specifically be mentioned in the book, but this sounds a lot like the law of attraction in terms of thinking on something and having it attracted into your life. Principles that can change your destiny. We are now ready to examine the first of these principles. Maintain a spirit of open-mindedness and remember as you read, they are the invention of no one man. The principles have worked for many men. You can put them to work for your own enduring benefit. You will find it easy, not hard, to do. Some years ago, I delivered the commencement address at Salem College, Salem, West Virginia. I emphasized the principles described in the next chapter with so much intensity that one of the members of the graduating class definitely appropriated it and made it part of his own philosophy. The man became a congressman and an important factor in Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration. He wrote me a letter in which he so clearly stated his opinion of the principles outlined in the next chapter that I have chosen to publish his letter as an introduction to that chapter. It gives you an idea of the rewards to come. My dear Napoleon, my service as a member of Congress has given me insight into the problems of men and women. I am writing to offer a suggestion which may become helpful to thousands of worthy people. In 1922, you delivered a commencement address at Salem College, which I was a member of the graduating class. In the address, you planted in my mind an idea which has been responsible for the opportunity I now have to serve the people of my state, and will be responsible in very large measure for whatever success I may have in the future. I recall as though it were yesterday the marvelous description you gave of the method by which Henry Ford, with but little schooling, without a dollar, with no influential friends, rose to great heights. I made up my mind then, even before you had finished your speech, that I would make place for myself, no matter how many difficulties I had surmount. Thousands of young people, will finish their schooling in this year, and within the next few years, every one of them will be seeking just such a message of practical encouragement as the one I received from you. They will want to know where to turn, what to do, to get started in life. You can tell them because you have helped to solve the problems of so many people. There are thousands of people in America today who would like to know how they can convert ideas into money. People who must start at scratch without finances and recoup their losses. If anyone can help them, you can. If you publish the book, I would like to own the first copy that comes from the press, personally autographed by you. With best wishes, believe me, cordially yours, Jennings Randolph. 35 years after I made the speech, it was my pleasure to return to Salem College in 1957 and deliver the baccalaureate sermon. At that time, I received an honorary Doctor of Literature degree from Salem College. Since that time in 1922, I have watched Jennings Randolph rise to become one of the nation's leading airline executives, a great inspirational speaker, and the United States Senator from West Virginia. So, as we can see from that letter and, last story, if you will, anything can potentially spark someone's desire and trigger their thinking to move towards something. And, Napoleon published that letter in his book so that you could see the success story and know for yourself that if it's possible for someone else, it's possible for you. You just have to believe in yourself. You have to get your thinking right and start taking action. And next time I read from Think and Grow Rich, I'll be reading from chapter 2. So hopefully you found something helpful in it, and keep coming back to hear more from this book and other books that I also read and react to.